From living roots bridge of Meghalaya to the desertic mountain of Tawang, through hills of Manipur to those of Mon district, the seven sisters of Northeast India seem to be a fertile soil for cultural jewels. India's northeast has been the meeting point of many communities, faiths and cultures, a place renowned for its magical beauty and bewildering diversity. As more than 100 tribes and sub-tribes are living there, we have chosen to study a restrained amount of them, to evolve them as a first sight on this northeast tribal folklore. We do not pretend to have covered the whole and wide area that is northeast. Through selection, we'd like to highlight the different art forms we can find in this region and also point the different issues concerning them nowadays. At the beginning was the hand of man, whose palm was sculpted by lifelines. The hand has made the ground, has worked on it, wedding the tool. The hand has made the fire, to protect herself from a world that was hostile and cold to her. One must survive during this genesis without faith, nor law. The hand started to use natural materials she found on her way to fulfill her primary needs. Thus are born the crafts. Northeast region has a vigorous craft tradition and every tribe excels in craftsmanship. Tribal people in the hills of Manipur are still using conical baskets made out of bamboo in great numbers. They are mainly used for carrying things, as cut firewood gathered from the jungle, drinking water contained in bamboo tubes, or field implements during both the sowing and harvesting seasons. In the traditional Indian concept, there is no clear-cut distinction between arts and crafts. The Sanskrit term Shilpa includes both, because it was felt by the ancient that art and craft are governed by the same originality of expression. Chair making, which is particularly found in Manipur, seems to witness this blurred frontier. In some areas of Nagaland, one can also find handicraft made out of recycled plastic.
This is made with the different colors of this kind of thread, bringing out from the plastic bag.
The pottery is used for ritualistic and domestic purpose. After childbirth, the placenta of the newly born child is cut off and kept inside a small pot called shafu. In the past, pottery was in great demand. Each family needed them in rituals and festive occasions. But with the advent of metal vessels in the 19th century, the pottery industry has declined. Numerous tribes of Northeast are fond of smoking, therefore they make smoking pipes from wood and bamboo roots, as the Kasi with coconut or the Apatani is from metallic products. Among other crafts, we found one peculiar to the Naga tribes, gun making.
This gun is made by Konyak, and almost all the Konyak people they shoot this gun during Auleng festival. Gunpowder is also made by themselves.
Wood carving finds expression mainly under three heads. Firstly, with head hunting.
First place, human skull. Second place, hornbill skull. In the third place, there will be this necklace. And then the last one, buffalo skulls will be there. Now, the arrangement of these sculptures now. Human head, it was considered as the highest trophy in the olden times. For many, many centuries, it was a status of high order, of valor, bravery. No? So, because of that, man can kill man.
Secondly, with the decoration of the morung. The morung was the center of male social life. It was a dormitory for the young and unmarried men. According to a Konyak belief, carved tiger in morungs meant the boy would be ferocious, elephants to make them strong, and hornbill to make them fertile. The third type of wood-carved images are associated with the funerary procedure. The Garos still make wooden effigies called kema to pay tribute to their dead. They used to dread them with the clothes of the dead. At the beginning was a naked man, whose body was tattooed of stories.
Men first they have a tattoo in the chest. When they attain the boyhood or manhood, they can they start a tattoo in the chest. They have a different design. This design is for Ang, and commoner they have a different design. After that, once a man go to for head hunting, whether he individually won the trophy or not, he has a right to do the face tattoo. And for women, the do tattoo in the leg portion, there is different mark. When she attend the womanhood, she start with one line, and after that, when about to get married, she put another design. And some girls, they have the tattoo in the arm and then in the elbow, and then some girls here. So all these things are done in the young girls.
There's a misconception concerning the Apatani tattoo woman origin. If scholars have pointing out the myth that because this woman was so beautiful, men decided to tattoo their faces to make them ugly and protect them from other tribes, it's ignoring how tattoos were at the time a symbol of aesthetic and pride, as an identity proof, a marker of different stages of life.
Before they put tattoo on the girls, they have to reach an age of 11, 12. And before the tattoo is done in their nose, there's some black thing, eh? That thing is called yapi holo. First we put that thing in girl when she is kid. After that process is done, then the tattoo comes.
Slowly, the naked man started to dress up and weaved colors as mark of identity or for different occasions. Since dressing has been implemented, weaving has been seen as a rich peculiarity of Northeast area. As every tribe had their own design, the different shawls are as numerous as tribal groups and allowed to express the different belongings to groups and subgroups.
Dress and tradition. Maram has a peculiar cloth for women, for men, for children. So they have different clothes. For example, for men, Kumalai Pai. Gap Pai is the highest for elderly people. Kumalai Pai, Stock Pai is for young or youths. And Sri Pai for war cloth. And Tutsi Pai, it is for those who erect monument or megalith in their memory. They are authorized, they are permitted to wear this cloth. It cannot be used by everybody. Regarding female, Marangli is the original. Mpakli is whereby princess or queen of the village. And Pajauli is used by younger ladies or the girls. It is used in marriage dress also. And Langangli, it is used by elderly women. It is their dress. And Beijingli is used by smaller girls. So there is some different types and to be wear by different stages of a man's life or a woman's life. In this way, we have different set clothes.
Some special for this women's, then for the young ladies, there is some difference. For that, when we see the cloth, we have to identify them. This is for women's, this is for ladies, this is for males. Just like we have to divide it.
It also depends on the age. Like this shawl can be put by only the person who attained the age of 50. That should also be a male.
They have their male wear in black cloth. See, making with seashells in 3 lines is the highest or common wear. If there is 4 lines, it is wear or it is used by special personality or heroes of the village. It is not permitted to everybody that 4 lines. 3 lines is common, and also it is used by well-to-do families. Marams, Maos, Bomas, Angamis, Turkisam, Zelemrong people are in a group because they are wearing the same men wear. So they are known as Tinimi. So in this way, the Nagas has some differences between them and some closeness, identity also among them.
The weaving patterns are usually inspired by natural elements or from animal, like in Kom mythology.
Traditional coats are invented by one named woman Songno. She fell in love with this piton. When they have love, when in the noontime the piton turn into human form, then when she was going to her house, then after all they have a love. After that, she is standing near this. The piton told him that let's have one sense. That means when the piton go through this water, she copied. When she was in the water, she copied these strips from the crab, then from the spraw. They're copying all these strips. There are many strips.
The man started to adorn himself, to magnify a body he had not chosen. Ornaments are one of the essential adornments of tribal groups of Northeast. There are many types of ornaments and each one is peculiar to a peculiar tribal identity.
Lebu tado tasa garha apertado sikilo lo.
Both men and women wear ornaments. These ornaments are worn not just to decorate oneself but convey some deeper message.
When they attain womanhood, they burst this air and then started wearing these things.
Miniature trophy masks are worn as necklaces by Naga warriors. They are symbolic of their bravery as headhunters. These trophy masks were handed down from one generation to another. The beauty of Naga bracelet and bangles is exquisite. They are a fine example of excellent craftsmanship. Throughout our journey across tribal arts, the different ornaments have attracted our curiosity as each and every one is very detailed, and originals were composed of precious stones. At the beginning was the sound of bird, from which the man felt inspired and started to play music. For those who still follow their traditional religion, dance and music are God gifts.
Bodo people believe that in early period there was a world man who has 7 sons, and 7 sons they have wives, 7 wives, and the world man he takes care of much about his youngest daughter-in-law. That's why he sent all the sons and except youngest other daughter-in-laws also for work to another place. He sent them to earn something, and they come during festival season only. So in the home, the old man and his youngest daughter-in-law, they only used to stay. But people used to think otherwise. That the old man loves his youngest daughter-in-law. That's why he kept her in his home. That's why youngest daughter-in-law, she felt guilty and she left his father-in-law's home. He couldn't find out where she left, where she has gone. That's why that old man was moving in search of his youngest daughter-in-law. If he cannot find out his youngest daughter-in-law, his other sons, if they come to house, their home, he will be searched. So it is his duty to find out his youngest daughter-in-law. He was tired. One day he was very tired. That's why he was taking shelter under a tree, under the shadow of the tree. On that day and at that time, a person appeared there, and that person asked him, "Where are you from? Why are you here? And what are you looking for?" Then that old man explained everything about his daughter-in-law and his sons. And that particular person, he suggested him, if you want your daughter-in-law, if you want to find out your daughter-in-law, then you have to do something. You have to do something, because we are created by our supreme God Batu. So to find out your daughter-in-law, you have to pray him, you have to make him peace, so that you do one thing, you observe Kherai festival. You observe Kherai festival, and you have to observe that Kherai festival in that way, where dance, music, everything should be there. As per his suggestion, that old man, he tried to observe Kherai festival, and he has invited all the neighboring peoples who help him to invent some kinds of musics, some kinds of traditional music, some kinds of musics like drums, like sherza and cymbals. All these musical instruments are invented, and some kinds of dances are formed to amuse Batuburai.
Musical instruments have their own importance. They are used in dance, vocal singing, demonstration, and devotional performances. Playing of instruments varies according to time and place. Like drumming is a popular art and largely used for sacred and devotional music, yet the different styles and the types used connote different meanings. The different tribal instruments are composed of different kinds of drums, bamboo, hornwind instruments, gongs, and cymbals. All flutes are made of bamboos. There is no decoration or inscription on them.
Now the limitation of using this flute, it will be stopped in the month of August. Why? Because in the August, the rice plants, they'll begin to the flower, rice flower. So that time comes, means the flute will not be played. If someone is found playing the flute, he'll be fine. When you play this flute, then the wind comes. The wind blows. So when the wind blows, means pollination is being despoiled.
The Kuki and Kom tribes also play bagpipe, which is called rushem.
This one is gourd, made up of gourd. This one is bitter gourd. And this is bamboo. The species of the bamboo, there are many types of bamboo, but among this bamboo, we especially use kacheru, the type of bamboo, for this rushem. Then, and this one, these are the parts of the musical instrument. These are especially for the decorative purpose, and number two, it helps in the harmony of the sound.
Drum is one of the leading instruments. In the absence of drum playing, the fun of music, dance and festive spirit may remain lifeless and incomplete.
This drum is made by themselves, and this drum made from a tree, and its cover is cow skin.
The functions of drums are manifold. It controls the movement of dance and provides a certain rhythm. If a leader of the village dies, the drum is played to pay tribute to the departed soul. Wooden log drums are one of the amazing creations of the Aos and Cognacs. The size of the log drum varies from place to place.
Log drum in the Morongs and Ang house plays very important role in Cognac society. During our long time, they beat the log drum, and then people come together at the beat of the log drum, and they will practice singing and dancing. And when there are some emergency things happening in the community, they beat the log drum. That is 2 beats, and people will come together and rescue, example, from the fire broke out, and some other things like animals attack somebody, then they will beat 3 times, and then they will come together by the hearing of the log drum. Another one is victory, when they come hunting head or hunting animal, they come and beat the log drum, and that is also another beat, another rhythm of the beat is there. So they come to know that, oh, they have killed or they have done something. One particular log drum I know is we in our local dialect, that tree's name is ganglan, and that is also is very good for this log drum. And then some other wood which can make sound, they need to choose the best one, and then community people go and then pull the log drum and keep in the morongs, or Ang's house also have a log drum. So individual cannot keep the log drum.
The trumpet is one of the oldest musical instruments. It is considered as the king of musical instruments. There are different functions of trumpet. When there is an attack by enemy on the village, the gatekeeper immediately blows the trumpet to signal main members to get ready to face the enemy. After the warrior returns home victorious, the message is circulated by blowing the trumpet. Normally the villages which do not use block drums use a trumpet for passing on information to the village. The use of trumpet varies from one tribe to another. Regarding the Raba one, the tunga is peculiarly used for celebration. We can find small one made out of the top of a buffalo horn to which a bamboo mouthpiece is attached. The second kind of trumpet is made out of the wall of the buffalo horn. The Jew's harp is made out of a thin slit of bamboo. One hand of the short piece of string is fastened to Jew's harp, and to the other hand a small bamboo handle is attached. The gongs are usually made out of brass metal. They are used for various purposes by the Garos. The sounds produced also fulfill different functions. The peculiarity of all these tribal instruments is that they are all made from natural products, as wood or animal skin.
Naturally made from natural, like wood and the skins of animals. Duitara, that hollow part is covered with Komodo dragon's skin. But not that big Komodo dragon like we saw in National Geographic or Animal Planet, but small one like this big.
Badung Dunga.
Badung Dunga.
Ah.
And this is made from the special type of bamboo.
The sound of violin has also attracted many tribal groups. They used to make it from bamboo and coconut.
It is made up of the tree called marwong tree. This one is ironware. And this one is cow skin. And the small one is made up of bamboo. We can use any type of bamboo for this small one. And this one is just for decoration. This one is dove.
If some instruments are played only for religious purpose, as the Mompas one, most of the other instruments are played during festivals to lead the rhythm of dances. To the music, the man had to add lyrics, to express in words what he cannot express in notes. As colors on painting, songs give a different matter to music. Among the different themes of song we can find, the ritualistic one have been modified to be preserved.
Dan pulo nelo pula kula lala ni bunyi kumaji ngunu nelo rong pa akunduk pala ho ke gana mi ni ko ke kula la ngunu a ka manila mo na
Before the Donipuro, the temple thing was not there. As the priests are dying, there are very less priests in our clan now. So just to preserve the chanting, they made the chanting into a song and they pray them in the temple. Just to preserve the chanting, because the chanting thing is God gifted. Now it is hardly to find in the our people. So the person who had God gifted, they were the priests before, and now it is slowly losing. So before it lose completely, they took the chanting as a song, and they started to pray the Doni Polo.
Mantras, earlier it was chanted by the dowries, but now it is recorded in book form. So they read out those mantras, and those mantras are basically for the welfare of human being. They pray Batu. For the welfare of a human being, for the welfare of villagers, for the welfare of harvesting, they pray the Batu.
Most of the songs deal with the peculiar daily life of each tribe and are usually performed with dances. The songs were also used as medium to make meet young people.
Young boys and girls in group, they used to go to the field, which is called I. Today, all of us will go to my field, tomorrow to your field, and day after to other field. So that is called I. And then when boy group happen to walk near the field where the girls group are walking, then that day they will fix a time that this evening after finishing our work we'll go back to our village and we will dance or we will sing together. So that time the exchange, there's the word of love and romance through singing together in the resting place or in the morong. No? Usually other time girls are not allowed to enter the morong, but during the this time when the dating between the boys and girls group are there, the girls freely enter to the morong.
As any other communities, love songs are numerous. We can also find songs which revolve around mythology.
When we go through this story, when we ask these elder people, they told that when they tried to come out of this world, they were blocked out by this ferocious tiger. It was blocked by this ferocious tiger. When they overpowered the tiger, they could come out of this world. That means at that time, they thought that one of the person who call him Puam, just like this, wearing this silk cloth. When he talked with this, tiger, see, my strip and your strip is the same. So please don't kill me, because let have a friendship with you. That's why when they have a friendship, they witch the tiger, bewitched by one of the prophet. They witch the tiger. After all, one of the person called Saisepa shoot the tiger by his arrow. Then the tiger died. After all, they could come out from there. After that, when they could control that, when they could kill the tiger, they sing songs, they enjoy. From that onward, all these folk songs and folk dance are originated.
Kanong sugi, korpuya kanong suga, kankum luin, abu may kakum gosang hi. Koran pun nihong pohonga kakom tina hamalara kachu lu kom kakom ai nihong shukna halfa kanong sugi korpuya kanong suga kankom luin abu may kakom kasang
And the moment we came out of that cave, we the Kom people used to put long hairs, our ancestors, so to say. So with their long hairs, they bind with this headband. Then with this song also support that proof that we are the we are the men who put this turban. We came out of the cave with the long hair, binding our head with that cloth. So the song also proof like this.
The songs can also be used to pay tribute to the departed souls, as by the Rabba community. But that they deal with daily life or spirituality, they are all part of the cultural tribal heritage. The problem is that they are often known by elders, but rejected by youngsters.
And now the youngster, they cannot understand. That's what I'm trying to say, no? Because all the time or speaking in different languages, or maybe terms.
Nowadays there is clearly a risk that these sung stories will be lost in the wind. Because we must come back to the genesis. To raw sound of the feet beating the ground, to the sound of drum whose skin is beaten. Come back to knowledge we listen to transmit, a nature we experience as she allows us to live. Nowadays there is no more a proper tribal way of life. Massive waves of modernization have been bringing sweeping changes in traditional life, and have been striking at the very roots of traditional group identity.
It is not a fixed identity. Identity is an organic identity which grows, which sometimes also declines. Therefore, identity is there. They love their cultural indigenous identity, but it is being overwhelmingly impacted by modern culture, digital culture, global culture, culture of people coming, going, etc. So identity is there, but it is a time of flex, not flex, but flux, and time of transition. And so there are institutions like ours which try to preserve, promote and deepen this identity. Well, today's young people are drawn by a globalized culture. They are drawn by politics, and they are also drawn by their daily living. Today is not like many years ago. There are so many demands on young people. So the 24 hours a day of 2000 years ago is still 24 hours now a day. But every day you have so much to do, so much to read, politics and social life and cultures, etc. So it is not easy to get everything moving at the same time. But the effort is there. People still appreciate their own music, tribal music, as rooted in themselves, but they may not be able to express this tribal identity as before. But they are Khasis, they are Nagas, they are Assamese, they are, let us say, Apnars and Garos. So they know their identity, but they are trying their best to accommodate to the demands of modern life.
As most of these tribal communities are all living village life, where people are cultivating some crops or having some cattle, and all practicing agricultural works, that's the different clothing, dances, songs, instruments and myths that make them different from one to another. If themes are somehow linked with each other, each art played the role of an identity markers nowadays. If some of the Northeast tribes have kept their religious arts as ritualistic dances and song at the Apatani with Donipolo, Donipolo is an animist religion, literally meaning sun, moon, where sun is a female energy and moon being the male.
He says, Danipolo is the one who has made all the art and who has given us strength to do everything. It's the Donipolo who that has given everything to us.
The shamans conduct the rituals, practicing different songs, and make holy sacrifices to the spirits. A follower of Donipolo believes in the oneness of all living creatures, from the tiniest organism to the mightiest animals. They believe that spirit resides within man and within his nearest neighbors, the trees, the flowers, the land that nourishes them. The Bodo community from Assam follows Batuism. As God is omnipotent, omnipresent and omniscient, the man cannot know which form he has. He is imageless. That's why they have decided to worship a tree as representation of this God they cannot know.
By praying Siju tree, Bodo people pray the supreme God, supreme soul, who is known as Batu, Batu Burai. And this Siju tree is immortal. And you can see its branches, it always go to upward, never come to downward. That's why Bodo people believe that this Siju tree is immortal, and symbolically praying to this tree, we pray to our supreme God, Batu.
The Rabbit tribe used to worship stones. Their religion is called Baikoism.
Two sisters went to fishing, and during the fishing, everybody getting the fish in the pond, but both these sisters are not getting any single fish, but they are getting every time 2 pieces of stones. After the day-long fishing, whenever they get the stone, they threw on the upper portion of that pond. At last, they took the stone with them to their home and kept it in their rice drum called khak.
Basket, one kind of basket, they keep it
in that basket, which is called khak in their local language.
And in night they dreamed
that they get a nightmare that this is a holy stone, and you have to worship that stone. And after, if you will worship that stone, you will get full of wealth and pleasure for their future.
All are the different goddess. Every stone, every rock are for different goddess, and yearly once in yearly villagers worship here. In some village, some place they cut here cock and pig also.
In some parts of Arunachal Pradesh which border Tibet, we can also find Buddhism.
We pray, if you are not ill, then we pray for medicine. They offer us medicine. We call Man La Gye. Man means medicine, Gye means aid. This is the one who we pray to him for our good health. This goddess called Nima Jon. Nima means sun, and this is the goddess of sun. This three goddess we call Sela Namsum. We pray this god for our long life. Shakar Gegan. This is the teacher of the monastery where it's built in the between the mountain, called Khamtin Gomba.
The conversion to Christianity that happened last century has made disappear different arts linked with rituals or those who were considered as wild. But when a peculiar community gives up its traditional religious faith in favor of a new one, the old myths naturally lose their original meaning and significance.
The egg tells us everything. The lines of the cutted egg tells us everything. Even if how the spirit, how much chicken or dog or goat or pig they ask, the egg tells that. The lines of the egg. And moreover, he said the past egg was very good. The lines was very good.
The COVID kia. Masih ayam ah.
This is bad egg. This egg is not good. It's the past one.
Among the Kasi, the Mizos, the Nagas or Garos who have accepted Christianity as religious faith, the concerned traditional myths have got themselves transformed into legends or simple tales.
The sun was angry with the manhood, so it went back So the war is going back at that time. So they make a dorbar, I mean the big meeting, I mean to get a resolution. Who will go to heaven and request the sun to come back and give us light? So then nobody agreed to go. So then this cock at the time, he was naked. He have no suit. He have nothing. It means best suit. It's just normal suit. So then after that, even he was a despised one from the crowd because he was very poor or something. So after that, they just forced him. You have to go. And then he agreed. Let me go. But how should I go in front of our mother, son, like this dress? I'm very poor. It means the crowd says, okay, if you agree to go, we'll make everything. So he says, yes, I'll go. And then they make him this dress, I mean, shiny dress, red dress, and hat, red hat also. So after that, before going back, going up, and then he gave a promise to the people at the time. When I grow 3 times in the morning, I mean at a time, the sun will come out and shine the world.
But at one point of time, there has been a revival some decades back, and lots of people are working to implement this art again.
I mean 40-50 years before, we don't understand the useful of this tradition on musical instrument or dance or songs. But nowadays, for me, I saw it's very useful because it's our identity. It's our Khasi identity that we need it, but now it's means no use because we don't have it. Only some villages we still have this, and now we have tried to encourage people about making this kind of music in traditional style.
But there is a second change, deeper and faster, led by missionaries of globalization that have again shaken this art. Because if the first change has led to education, health, and end of warfare between tribes, the second change wave is a soft power based on Western influence. The new generation is busy with digital world and is not really aware of the richness of its own culture.
Nowadays, young people are taking to digital music, Western music. So there is a tendency to forget the tribal music. Tribal music is very nice. It has got simple instruments. But since these instruments are not available anymore, it is available here and there, but nobody is producing these instruments on a large scale and teaching these indigenous music to younger people, because younger people are busy with digital music, Western music, film music, etc. But it is still there as far as music is concerned.
The different instruments are hard to find when they are not broken. Only some old people have the knowledge to fix them or make them. The songs are sung by those who can understand the lyrics. Only the dances have somehow changed to survive, but they are still performed during festivals. They are usually colorful and usually modified to make them attractive to an audience. These tribal groups have kept their identity, but regarding the historical knowledge, songs, musical instruments, a lack would be there after the last generation passed away. What makes the identity of the tribe nowadays is to be linked with a peculiar past and people who feel like one.
The Mar people, wherever they go, wherever they are, they never forget their brother. They never forget their nation, their Mar nation. They are always with their traditional mind also.
With peculiar arts and a strong attachment to nature.
Khasi tribes mean they are very close with nature. They know the signs from plants or animals or birds or something. Suppose like we are working in the fields without sunlight in rainy days or something, means cloudy or foggy the whole days. We don't know the exact time what to rest or what to return back home, and then we spell from the sign of leaves or from the sign of birds, beeping of birds. Like there's some birds, green birds, which give us sound sign about that times how means they tell us that it is midday and it is time to go back home.
As preservation of the cultural heritage became obsession, tribal art festivals are very much a part of national cultural scene today. The festivals and celebrations in Northeast India are a colorful reflection of the people. Throughout the year, different people celebrate festivals with a lot of fanfare in different ways, most of them centering around their way of living and livelihood. The festivals play nowadays a major role in the revival of the folklore, as all kinds of arts are performed. Such kind of public function has somehow disconnected the public from the artist, means the performers active and passive of the cultural heritage. Modern folk performances are motivated by the need to emphasize cultural identity and preserve culture.
In Maram community, they have so many ritual festivals, public festivals, and celebrations. In each celebration, this community dance, community singing, and community game is played.
Among themes of dances we can find in some areas which still practice their traditional religion, some of them are ritualistic, as Kasi dance to call for luck while building a new house.
Suppose I'm making a new house. So when we start to stay in that house, first we have to perform a dance. The community will come. The young boys or girls will come and will ask for me, should you provide us for dancing in this house? If I say yes, they will dance. I mean, they will get together, boys or girls, holding hands to hands, they will run like this on that house. It means 2 nights, 3 nights it happens. So it means that we call shadying, kenjok khaskai. Kenjok khaskai means they put the dry fish on the top, on the roof, and then we try to catch it. We call it kenjok khaskai. It means that why we dance like that? It means because any spirits or evil things who surround the house or something, they must fled away.
We can also find the holy dance of Rabba.
Sathar dance. Sathar, Sai means song and Thar means Pithar. Pithar means holy. So Sathar is holy song and holy dance. Young boys and girls joking each other, they talk their loves. One girls group are question to boys and boys are reply, and when boys are questions, then girls are reply through song. Sathar is not a festival, Sathar is a dance, Sathar is a song, and it related with the worship of Baikho. When the boys are question why you are coming here, do you want to marry me? At that time, who are actually have beloved them, they reply really yes. If you propose, then I also ready to marry you, like this. After Sathar dancing, Sometimes some boys and girls married at the next day, really.
Dance has also been a medium to make meet young people, like the bamboo dance.
Seasonal dance, a seasonal festival dance only. And those as youth in the village, they used to dance together in the evening with drunk. In the olden time, our forefather used this local wine, which we call it roxy, and this is very popular in our culture.
Most of the dances are performed when festivals are happening.
Boisagu is greatest seasonal festival, springtime festival of the Bodos. They wholeheartedly enjoy this festival, and Boisagu songs tells that this community have been associated with agricultural related works since the time immemorial. Because Boisagu songs, it depicts different kinds of themes like agriculture, jokes, love. The first day is dedicated to cattle because cattle is associated with agricultural works. That's why Bodo people worship cattle. Bodo people worship cattle and they nurture cattle. Because since the time immemorial, cattle have been a part of their life. That's why Bodo people worship cattle, and this Boisagu festival, the first very day of the Boisagu festival is dedicated to them. And following this day, next day is prayer day. All the people assemble in the Batu Tansali, which is known as Batu Temple. They assemble there and they worship. Even prior to worshipping Batu, they worship their elderly departed souls. They worship them. The villagers, they form groups age-wise. Children's, they form another group, and teenagers, they form another group, and elderly people, they form another group, and they used to visit each and every families of the village. And they take blessings, and elderly people give blessings to the younger persons, and they sing, they dances, they themselves decorate like butterfly. The dresses are like butterfly. The scarf, which is like wings of the butterfly. But using these scarves with their two hands, they show themselves like butterfly and they dance like butterfly.
Konyak Auleng festival is happening in the first week of April every year. And this Auleng mainly celebrate Wangwan. That Wangwan means the spirit of blessing. And it is olden days, and they celebrated it for 6 days. But these days, we are not doing all that rituals that our forefathers did in the during the Auleng. So it is 2 days or 3 days. And first day, we will kill the animals for the meat for Auleng, and the next day we will invite our friends, relatives to our house and then provide them, give them the feast. This Auleng day, we also remember the dead people. After last year Auleng, those who ever died in the family or the friends, we used to visit their grave or their family. Auleng is the biggest festival in Konyak society, and this is done because the Jum field, the new field, is sown. They have sown the seed and invoking the spirit of blessing upon the seed that have sown in the field. And young girls and boys, they also sing and dances during this Auleng. In olden days, boys and girls attending the boyshood or menshood or womanhood is recognized during this Aoling by wearing a kind of traditional costume, decent one, and that is how the Aoling is observed. And whole 2 days we sing and dance, and then enjoy the feast in each other's house. On the last day of the festival, the community people, they used to go for social work. Whatever the village court or ang decided, they will do the things for the community.
Most of the dances have been inspired by the traditional lifestyle of people.
The source of this war dance is from the war fought between the villages. There was headhunters war and agreed war. That agreed war is known as squirrel kapung. That squirrel kapung is an engaged war. The villages decided to meet at a appointed place at a appointed time. The whole villages will come gather there in groups. Both the parties will stand side by side, and among them the heroes of the two villages or the two groups will fight in between them. When the heroes win, the party win, and when the hero fails, the party dispersed. So in this engaged war was also fought. From that war style, the war dance came to existence.
As for songs, the peculiarities of each tribe have also been translated by way of dance.
Till July, all the villages, they finish cropping the field. So it is in the 4th we do some chantings, not exactly chanting it is, 5 we celebrate in the 5th of July. She believes that after the 3, the crops automatically grow more like healthier. For the crop, so the insect won't eat, so that the crop don't get damaged. So the Daminda is the song that represents Apatani.
We can also find dances inspired by their history at the cave dance of Kom.
We are coming from the cave. This our traditional cloth, sign this one. May all the world know our cloth. That just like let all the world know this strip cloth. Let all the world know this physicals of the Kom peoples.
Festivals have their own sequence and are usually linked with cultivation process.
In Hamza dance, girls used to take basket for carrying seeds, and after collecting the crops, they used to bring the crops in their crop. And boys used to take axe, knife, spade, and korebaku.
We can find, for example, the seed sowing dance as presented by the Tangkuls.
Hi, 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 hi.
Festivals to celebrate harvest are also there.
Miyak zamanu amarta. Amarta zamanu di wangala. Ini kode to dia akan makasuk pelengjo.
After harvesting the crops from the Zoom cultivation, they starting to Wangala festival. And the month of Wangala festival every year's beginning November, first week.
As most of the people are hardworking in fields, they took the medium of dance to support their labor. As in the Mao cultivation dance, where a woman is encouraging the others to work, leading the group by singing. The fish dance is also practiced by the Bodo community. Using the fishing baskets, this dance expresses daily work of fishermen. We can even find the Kokoleko dance by the Mompas, where people pay tribute to the joyfulness of the cock. Folklore is one of the important parts that go to make up the culture of any given people. There is no known culture which doesn't include folklore. Folklore is the bridge between literate and non-literate societies, between outdated and modern, rural and urban. Far from being antiquarian hobby, folklore has throughout the history of its study been connected with national issues and concerns, as folklore traditions will help reinforce sense of national identity.
Knowing the music, knowing the dances, knowing the history, traditions, folklore, mythologies, etc. will help them to be rooted in their culture and at the same time absorb other values.
That's what happened to tribals of Northeast India. They felt that they have become alienated in their own soils. In order to find their roots and sustain their sense of belonging, people of the region have been turning more and more toward their traditional cultures, including folklore. Folklore items are today more and more becoming symbols of identity. Dead or moribund forms are being revived, while surviving ones are being treated with a sense of urgency and seriousness. Folklore is being used to ensure group identity, and selected folklore items are now serving ethnicity markers. There is no point in a unique culture, where everybody wears the same clothes and listens to the same music. We believe in the psychic unity of mankind, not the cultural one. May the young generation understand the importance of her own folklore and traditions. May the transmission be efficient from one generation to another. May the difference of cultures be preserved. May this man, who got old, show the way to his sons and grandsons. May this man, who got old, gives his hand to the new generation.
Ya moye tingai tiule.